Listen only mode.
Okay, let's call a meeting to order. This is City Council business meeting for Wednesday, June 17th, 2020. Please, let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please.
Yes. Councilman Scaringi,
Present.
Councilwoman Rossanetti,
Present.
Councilwoman Riley,
Present.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Present.
Councilman Burns,
Present.
Councilman Strawn,
Present.
President Scanlon. That's 6 here, 1 absent, Scanlon.
Okay, so we have a proclamation tonight being presented by Councilwoman Riley. Councilwoman?
Yes, thank you, Councilwoman Rossanetti. Again, everyone, we are celebrating with our youth in the community. We celebrated last time we convened the graduating class of Seton High School. And tonight we are recognizing the students that are graduating from Binghamton High School. And we are excited about it. This is a momentous occasion because they've overcome some obstacles. But the good thing is Binghamton students are overcomers and they are able to achieve any goal they set. And so here we are with this resolution, this proclamation. So I'm going to show it. It's very pretty. Again, last time you couldn't really see it, but I can send it out to everyone. Our intention is to have this. It used to be on the graduation pamphlet, but because our approvals are shifting, all of us will be kept in the loop as to how they will use this. However, I'm going to read it really quickly. Whereas the Binghamton High School class of 2020 will embark on new and exciting chapters in their lives after graduation. Whereas these students have shown determination, grit, and unwavering resolve to complete their graduation requirements during these challenging and unprecedented times due to the coronavirus pandemic. Whereas these students are to be commended for their creative efforts to successfully earn their diplomas through unusual and diverse circumstances. The Binghamton High School class of 2020 consists of 340 graduates, many of whom are graduating with remarkable diplomas, including 124 advanced placement graduates, 16 international baccalaureate graduates, 20 Project Lead the Way graduates, and 130 Rod Serling graduates. Whereas members of the senior class have been selected to attend institutions of higher learning throughout the world, including Ivy League institutions, SUNY, and many public and private colleges. Members of our senior class, the senior class of 2020, will go on to serve their country in the United States military, including 6 graduates enlisting in the Marines, Naval Academy, Army, Navy, and Air Force. Whereas members of the class of 2020 led many of the athletic teams to success. The boys varsity basketball team won the Section 4 championship. So therefore be it resolved that we, the members of the Common Council of City of Binghamton in the County of Broome, in the state of New York, on behalf of all the residents of the City of Binghamton, do hereby proclaim that the 17th day of June, 2020, shall be in honor of the Binghamton High School class of 2020. So let's give them a round of applause, you guys, because this is a year like none other. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Councilwoman Riley. And really, I mean, what else can be said after everything that you just shared with us about this class? Every year, Binghamton High School students just go beyond from the class before. And certainly this year has been a challenging one, like we've said before. This class, actually, for the most part, these kids were born the year of 9/11. I was thinking about that the other day. They really don't know the world prior to that, and now they're graduating during challenging times. And I've said it before, and I really believe it in my heart that they are being groomed for really amazing things. And I just want to take just 5 seconds here for a special shout out to my own graduate, my youngest, my son, Santino Resinetti, the love of my life. He's a great kid, big heart, and I know that he's going to have a huge part to play in changing the world. So congratulations to you, Santino, and congratulations to you all. Okay,
Hold on.
moving on. Yes.
I would like to
Oh,
do some-
sorry. Go ahead. Any other questions or comments?
I just want to congratulate the graduates. I love Binghamton High School. We have a great high school. We have a great school system. My
Yes, we do.
children all graduated from Binghamton High School, and that school produced, in my opinion, some three great people. So my wife had something to do with it too, but
Right.
anyway, I think the school is fabulous, and congratulations. Congratulations to the parents, because it ain't easy, and thanks very much.
Okay, so moving on. Now we go to approval of minutes. Councilman Strawn?
Thank you, Councilwoman Resinetti.
Yes.
I ask for approval of the minutes from the June 3, 2020 business meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So now we're moving on to public comment. Grace?
Okay, for public comment, please call 607-772-7101. Again, the number is 607-772-7101.
So we'll just give it a minute.
Yep, we'll give it a little bit.
Grace, this is Sharon. Did anyone submit any emails to the city clerk or council members who wish to participate in public comment today?
Yes, we do have one letter that I will read in after we wait for the calls, if that's okay.
Well, let's go ahead and start reading that now while we wait.
Okay. This letter is from Barry Transu. It was to Councilwoman Friedman. He lives in the 4th District. He says, I need your help. In fact, thousands in downtown Binghamton do. It is my understanding Weiss Markets is now legally able to sell fireworks to anyone and of any age with no permit needed anymore to discharge these incredibly loud and incendiary devices legally within the city of Binghamton limits. I am also told Weiss will be selling these year-round. For the last several days, almost 2 weeks time now, and especially nighttime, going far into the early morning hours, downtown Binghamton residents, and I assume those around the city of Binghamton, have been treated to a nonstop barrage of very loud, extremely annoying, what sound to me like mortar sounds. I'm a 69-year-old USMC veteran and have been dealing each day with PTSD issues since discharge from the military. I characterize these fireworks as incoming mortar sounds because that is exactly what they sound like to me. To me, they are anxiety and panic-inducing, high-volume sounds that are assaulting my auditory senses. I've asked my physician at the VA to prescribe a tranquilizer to help me get through living downtown. It is that loud, but it's also just as loud in numerous other parts of Binghamton, and I expect that BPD has had numerous complaints filed. Who passed such totally insulting legislation that has made insomniacs out of Binghamton's residents? Is this a new city, county, or state law? Why is Weiss the sole provider of fireworks in Binghamton, and do they have a permit to sell them? This is an everyday night disturbance. Why isn't the Binghamton noise ordinance kicking in? I seek your input and assistance as my councilwoman. We are tired living downtown with such wretched noise levels. To add a nightly barrage of dangerous combustibles to the mix within residential areas seems ludicrous to me. We seek a little less noise. Let's see if these are sold legally and why. Let's find out if we can stop the sale and use of such loud noise makers in the city of Binghamton. Regards, Barry.
Thank you, Grace. And you can read that number again. I will say we had a comment that the chat box was inoperable. So if you are trying to use chat box, please call in instead the number that Grace is about to read. Thank you.
Okay, for public comment, call 607-772-7101. Again, it's 607-772-7101.
Do you think we should give it a few more seconds?
I think that's good. Thank you, Grace. If the president or President Pro Temp wants to state that we're closing the public hearing, go ahead.
Okay. So we'll close public hearing for right now, and we will be moving on into a second read legislation with introductory resolution 2046 considering planning. Councilman Strong.
Thank you. I asked for City Council to consider introductory resolution 20-46, a resolution authorizing the city to accept payment and for the mayor to execute an agreement with New York State DOT for acquisition of additional property for the Vessel Ave bypass, PIN 9048.26.221.
Any comments or questions?
I do.
Madam President, that
Councilman
needs a second.
Councilman
That
Burns,
needs
do you have a question or comment?
I have a comment, yeah. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but people on the south side, on Vessel Avenue near that Ivanhoe where this land is going, they don't want it. And so I support them. They don't want their land taken from them. And it occurred to me before the meeting that with all the money the state has, if they really wanted to be fair and not just take what they want, they could offer, and they might get they could offer to buy the doctor's entire property. It's a historic, gorgeous property. It's unbelievably beautiful. They could offer enough money to make him happy to buy him out, then take that property off of the deed and then put it back on the market to see if they could get their money back. If what they say is true, everything's fair market and great, then they would lose nothing except that little piece of property. Anyway, I'm going to be voting no against it for the reasons that I've been saying all along. Thank you.
Okay, so I think this needs a second for the motion, right? Needs to second this? Okay, is that what you're trying to say, Councilwoman Riley, earlier? Okay. So I need a second?
Second.
Any other comments? No?
I have a comment. This is Councilwoman Friedman.
Okay.
Thank you. I just want to say on the record that I agree. I agree with Councilman Burns. I very much admire the fact that he is really fiercely representing the interests of his constituents, and I'm happy that he brought this to, this not a discrepancy, I guess, like issue to our attention. I will be voting yes, just because although I agree with the issues with the eminent domain and the fact that there's nothing we can do about the Department of Transportation. It seems a little bit wild to me, but I will be voting yes, just because I feel like since it's going to be happening anyway, I think we should accept the money. But in principle, I do want to say on record I agree with Councilman Burns. Thanks.
Any more questions?
Call the question, Madam President.
Question been called. Roll call, please.
Okay. Councilman Scaringi,
Nay.
Councilwoman Ressinetti,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns,
Nay.
Councilman Strong,
Nay.
President Scanlon's absent. So we have 3 ayes, 3 nays, Councilman Scaringi, Councilman Burns, Councilman Strong, 1 absent, President Scanlon.
That fails to pass.
Right.
Sorry, what?
Can you say that again, Sharon?
That fails.
That resolution fails.
Okay, yep, that fails to pass.
Okay. So now we're going to move on into the preferred agenda. Would anyone like to pull anything from the preferred agenda before we move on? Seeing none. Grace, you will introduce each item, correct?
Correct. Yep, and if people want to comment in between each one, I'll pause. Introductory ordinance 20-53, considered in finance. Strawn, an ordinance to amend the FY45 CDBG budget to allocate funds from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development CARES Act related to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Question or comments?
Call the question. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
My fault. Sorry.
Should be called.
Introductory resolution 20-47, considered in planning, a resolution authorizing the mayor to amend the contract with Volunteers Improving Neighborhood Environments, Vines, for FY45 CDBG funds.
Comments or questions?
Introductory resolution 20-48, considered in finance, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Fairview Recovery Services for use of CARES Act COVID-19 relief funds for upgrades to the coordinated entry and homeless management info systems.
Questions, comments?
Introductory resolution 20-49, considered in finance, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Volunteers of America for use of CARES Act COVID-19 funds for shelter sanitation.
Comments or questions?
Introductory resolution 20-50, considered in finance, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the YWCA of Binghamton and Broome for use of CARES Act COVID-19 relief funds for street outreach.
Questions or comments?
Introductory resolution 20-51, considered in finance, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Family Enrichment Network for use of CARES Act COVID-19 relief funds for homeless prevention services.
Questions or comments?
Introductory resolution 20-52, considered in planning. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into supplemental #2 agreement with Barton and Lejudas for USACO NYS DEC pipe conduit inspection and maintenance rehab work, phase 2.
Any questions or comments?
Introductory resolution 20-53, considered in planning. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into supplemental #1 agreement with Barton and Lejudas for final design, permitting, and bidding phase engineer services for the Moeller Street Stormwater Pump Station project.
Questions or comments?
Madam President, motion to accept all of the agenda listed items on the preferred agenda.
There's 2 more.
There's two more. Oh, there's only one on the non-preferred. I'm sorry.
Yep. All right. Introductory resolution 20-54, considered in planning. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into supplemental number 1 agreement for the NYS DOH lead service line replacement project with GHD Consulting Services, Inc.
Any questions or comments?
Okay, last one. Introductory resolution 20-55, considered in planning. A resolution approving a commercial facade improvement loan for the Binghamton Local Development Corporation to the Garland LLC in an amount not to exceed $58,875 for the renovations to 116 Washington Street.
Any questions or comments?
This is
Thank you.
Councilwoman Friedman. Can I make a quick comment? I just wanted to say I'm really excited by this project. I didn't mean to sound, I think at the work session I sounded like I was a little hesitant. I'm really, really excited about this. So yeah, I just wanted to say that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the items for the preferred agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Okay, Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Ressinetti,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman.
Aye.
Okay, it's echoing a little bit. Okay.
Oh, aye.
Okay. Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Strawn,
Aye.
President Scanlon. That's 6 ayes, 1 absent, President Scanlon.
Okay, so moving on, we have one item left, introductory ordinance. This is on the non-preferred agenda, introductory ordinance 2054, considered in finance. Councilman Strong?
Thank you. I ask for unanimous consideration of introductory ordinance 20-54, an ordinance to amend the 2020 refuse capital budget to the dispatcher position payout.
Second.
Any discussions on this? Any comments or questions?
Call a question.
Questions been called? Grace, roll call, please.
Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Ressinetti,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Nay.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Strawn,
Aye.
President Scanlon. That's 5 ayes, 1 nay, Riley, 1 absent, Scanlon.
Okay, so we're moving on to communication from council members. Let's start with Councilman Strawn tonight.
Thank you, Councilwoman Residency. I guess there's so much to say. I don't even know what to say. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the feedback, the communication, the back and forth. I think it's been healthy and good. Also want to echo from beginning, I didn't speak up earlier, but both for Seton Catholic and Binghamton, I want to congratulate those graduates. My daughter graduated from Seton a couple years ago. We have 2 great schools in the city of Binghamton. And clearly though, this class, what they've had to go through over the last few months and had to forego so many neat things at the end of their school year. I just commend them. I'm sure it was difficult, but I'm sure they handled it with grace and dignity. And oddly enough, the oddball things are the things you kind of always talk about, not the things that go normal. So probably something years from now, they'll be able to talk about, laugh about, and, and discuss. So I just want to echo the congratulations to them. As we move forward, it's probably a good time. We get a little bit of an extra break as we move forward to probably discussions, when we come back. From the kind of the current climate, I just, I saw some correspondence about, ideas, and I just want to say from my perspective that I think that they will be substantive. I know that they will be. I just want to say that when we talk about, especially law enforcement, police, and things like that, I just hope that we can talk about things in a way that will improve and is for the betterment of everybody and is not, how do I want to say it? I don't want to entertain anything that feels like it's punitive in some way, especially to our police, unless it's justified in some way by some statistic that our police have done. I just want to echo, I've seen horrible things happen, and I don't condone any of it. But I don't know that that's happened here, and I hope we can keep while we have to look at the broader what's going on across the country, I hope we can also focus on what's happening right here, where we're vested with the oversight in some ways. Maybe not oversight might be the wrong word, but vested with the decision making and budget making power of the city of Binghamton, that we look at what's best for our people in our city and our residents. And I think we will. I know we will. But I just wanted to mention that as we look at possible transfers or reallocations and using words like that, and also in respect to the prior council, but understanding that things have changed, things nobody could have perceived what we're dealing with. So I just want to say, as we take this break, we get the extra week, that we really reflect on what's going on and really consider what might be coming down the pike, and be willing to discuss that and make very good decisions for our city. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Riley.
Good evening again, council members, my fellow council members. Councilman Strawn, I thank you for that statement. I thank you for recognizing all that's happening in this world, and for recognizing that we did reach out and send some information, knowing that our constituents are asking and waiting for some information. I look forward to the conversations. I think we have great conversations. I think we're able to deliberate and then move forward to create legislation that is representative of those we represent. So I look forward to that. I want to also highlight that today begins Waste and Recycling Workers Week. So our hats go off. We say thank you to our solid waste and our recycling team, because they have a heck of a job out there. So thank you guys. It's important that we again recognize everyone that helps us maintain this beautiful city. I want to close just with a reminder that we will have a District 3 mini town hall, because again, we are not able to provide the lengthy face-to-face engagement that we so desire, but recognizing the perils that face us, until we know we are fully cleared, we can wait for something like that. So if you are a member or resident within District 3 and you did not receive that information, please feel free to email or call me. I look forward to speaking with you. Everyone have a great week, and since we are on break, I'll see you then.
Thank you, Councilwoman Riley. I think I skipped Councilman Scaringi. You're next.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you. Just a quick apologies to you, Madam President, and to everyone. Sorry, I jumped a little bit ahead there on the agenda. Congratulations to all of our graduates. Go out there, change the world, come back home and make a difference here. And to those 6 who have enlisted, thank you for your service, to you, your family, and your loved ones, and Godspeed. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Next, we have Councilwoman Freeman.
Thank you, Councilwoman Rossanetti. Congratulations to the graduates of Binghamton High School. At my day job, I teach sometimes. I'm a guest speaker in the health classes, so it feels, I'm not a classroom teacher, but I've gotten to know some of the seniors this year and in the past, so very exciting, and congratulations. There is a lot going on. I think it is safe to say that both in Binghamton and across the nation and in the world, and I know that we as city council representatives have been elected by our constituents. We care very deeply about the safety and prosperity of our districts and our city. And I think it's really important that we listen to a lot of people who are, a lot of our constituents are reaching out with this yearning for change. We've reached, in some senses, we've reached a boiling point. And, I'm thankful to my Democratic colleagues who, we were able to put forth a proposal or some proposals that we think will help change Binghamton for the better, make it safer, allow our constituents to, feel safer and be safer. I think, we can look at what other cities are doing and have evidence. There are some things that we don't need to guess how it will turn out. We can look at other cities and see what they're doing and how it's working out for them. Because I think a lot of people are feeling like something's got to give, that we've been trying the same things over and over and over again, and they don't seem to work. So hopefully we can get creative, work together, and find solutions to problems that, before they become disastrous is what I hope. I have hope for us, and I look forward to working with you all, my colleagues on council. And I don't think I have said this on the record, but I do want to say that I, with my whole entire heart, believe that Black Lives Matter. And I think that we need to, for too long, there are so many systems in this country that operate under the pretense that Black lives do not matter. And I think that we as a city and a council can show that we believe that, and think we can put our actions to back that up. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Councilman Burns.
Thank you very much. First of all, the fireworks. It's a problem. It's a problem on the south side. It's obviously a problem over with Councilwoman Friedman's district. And I got calls, and I don't get many, I gotta say. And two of them was about these fireworks, and I can hear them from my house. So a couple of nights I would drive down, and I can't find it. You can hear it, but you can't figure out where it's coming from. I don't even want to call. They want me to have the police do something about it, but I can't even tell them where I'm hearing it, where it's from. But it does. It's very distracting. You might, it sounds like a gunshot, like, oh my God, what's going on? And they do it at 10 and 11 o'clock at night, And so I think it is worth looking into about why. I never heard, it used to be outlawed when I was a kid. Why is it suddenly they can sell fireworks like that? Anyway, I liked what everybody had to say. I liked what Phil said about all of us as we move forward in this thing. I was listening to the governor today, and he was saying that, he's asking the cities to pretend that you're starting from scratch, take everything in, and suppose, and we city council have to vote on a law. And I don't think I have to pick a side here. I'm for Binghamton, and I'm for everybody in Binghamton, and I'm not. I don't want the police department to think that somehow this is going to be punitive against the police department. I'm certainly not that way, and but I also want the constituents to know that we're hearing what they have to say. So it's going to be a very interesting year. And so I'm going to try to keep my voice calm and not attack at people. Just we all have ideas, and then we'll figure it out. I'll apologize ahead of time in that my voice sometimes like the other night, I think that Ken may have thought that I'm mad at him or something the way I'm talking, but I'm really not. That's just the way I am. And you can ask my wife Sue about that. I'm not mad. I wasn't mad. I was just talking, So anyway, moving forward, I'm really not looking forward to it in a way. And I am and I'm not, but it's going to be interesting. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman Burns. I do also want to echo what pretty much everybody said. We do have a lot of work ahead of us, but I think that we can do it. We can do it together. And I'm looking forward to some very constructive conversations with all. And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
So moved.